Welcome back. Well, that didn't work. Today is day 7 of Vlogtober, and we are talking about commission paintings. Commissions have been around forever. In fact, some of the most famous pieces of art in history were commissioned. Back in 1508, Michelangelo was commissioned to paint the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel by Pope Julius II. The Mona Lisa, which most people would consider to be the most famous painting ever created, was also a commission. And of course, Andy Warhol took commission portraits to a whole new level, charging $40,000 a piece for a 4-foot square canvas. Isn't that right, Andy? Yeah. Yeah, he knew what he was doing. Anyway, if you've scoffed at the idea of doing commissions, I think it's time to reevaluate, because you're really shutting the door on a big opportunity. I've been doing commission paintings for almost 20 years now. For me, they've been incredibly awesome for a couple reasons. One, a lot of times people ask me to paint things I wouldn't have thought to paint on my own, like the time I painted the vintage clawfoot bathtub, or when I was asked to paint a tailgate, and then the time I was asked to paint a cell phone cover, which proved to be a big hit because after I posted a picture of it online, I had a lot more requests for them, which was really awesome. Second reason why commissions are really great is because a lot of times you make artwork and you hope that it sells, whereas with a commission, it's pretty much paid for before you make it. And that can really be a game changer, which is really awesome, and it's why I think websites like Kickstarter and Indiegogo are incredibly beneficial to creative people. But we're not here to talk about crowdfunding, so let's get back to commissions. I don't know what it's like for other artists, but for me there's about 3 or 4 different types of commissions. The first one is objects. I've painted on all sorts of objects for people. Everything from a welding helmet to old broken skateboards, clothing, hand-painted jacket and trucker hats. I painted on somebody's belt once. I screen-printed pillowcases. I've painted headphones, painted a surfboard and a snowboard, iPad covers, a drum cymbal. I mean, the list goes on. And I love it. I think it's so fun when somebody comes to me with a new idea or some weird object that I wouldn't have thought to do. So for me, that's one type of commission that I get. The second type of commission is somebody wants a painting that already sold. Usually when this happens, I say, I can make you another one. And since this one's just for you, you can pick a different size. If you want to pick out different colors, you can let me know. And it's as simple as that. The third type is somebody sees a painting they like, but they need it in a different size or they just want to change a color. Sometimes someone will come in my shop and they see a vertical piece and they love it, but they don't have a spot for that, so they ask if I can do something similar in a horizontal format. Sometimes there's a color that they don't like. If somebody sees this and for some reason they hate pink and they ask if I can do it with a purple background, I have no problem doing that. I don't see anything wrong with recreating a painting with custom colors. As long as it makes your collector happy, I say go for it. The fourth type of commission I get asked to do is specific characters. So I paint a lot of octopus characters, and sometimes people say they want a painting, and as long as it has one of these octopus on it, they're happy. So I do a lot of those, and then they get to pick the size, and I'll ask them if they have any color options, but it's all based around they just wanted a particular character that I've done in the past. The next type of commission is portraits. Sometimes it's portraits of people, sometimes it's pet portraits. I've done a few of both, and for me they're a little more challenging because it's not exactly my style. So anytime I get offered to do a portrait, I'm always very clear letting the person know that I can do it, but it's going to be in my style. It's not photorealism or impressionistic like a Van Gogh painting. And I'm very lucky in the fact that most people respond with, duh, we're asking you because we want it done in your style. So those are fun, and for me, that's always stepping a little bit out of my box. But if somebody wants a portrait of themselves done in my style, I usually step up to the challenge and try it out. And last but not least is murals. Murals are probably the funnest type of commission I've ever done because they're usually large scale, and I think painting huge is the most fun thing ever. I've painted bedrooms, I've painted in restaurants, I've painted in a skateboard shop, and I think that might be it. So for me, those are the types of commissions that have come my way. I'm sure there's others out there. And whatever they are, I encourage you guys to offer commissions to your fans, to your collectors, let people know that you're open to different ideas. I'm fortunate enough that my style of art translates to painting on weird objects. That may not work for everybody, but I think as long as you let people know that you do that, you might get some jobs out of it. You might step out of your box a little and learn something new. At the end of the day, it's just another way to make yourself more accessible to people that like your artwork. So that's it for commissions. I hope it helps you guys out. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss the next video, and I'll see you all tomorrow.